Hello, and welcome back to the U Up Podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you. Jordana, how are you? What's going on? What's the haps?
I am great. It's the best time of the year. It's July.
Summertime and the weather is good. Is that the song?
I think something like that.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is the adjective?
Weather is fine. Easy.
Yes.
Easy. Not so easy all the time. It gets kind of hot. But how are you? What's going on?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like
Suburbia fun? Is it like windows
kills
down?
it in the summer. Kills it in the summer.
It really does.
How about you? How are you enjoying? You think you're going to keep living in Florida?
I don't know, but I will say I went to London. I forgot to bring this last time. We're a couple weeks away. I did get a gift for the studio.
Shot glass this time?
A shot glass, titty shot glass.
Wow.
As we know, I come back with gifts for the studio.
It's perfect for the launch of Betches UK.
Perfect. We're ready to go.
Did you?
Betches UK.
Yeah, you filmed some Lad Bible stuff, right?
I filmed some stuff at the Lad Bible office. It does feel
or
very...
LA Bible, as you originally thought they were called.
I thought it was an LA-based company. Apparently not. Their offices are fun, just like here. Like it's that like clubhouse feel. And the London show was like so cool and fun. I've mentioned it a couple times, just how weird it is to be. You feel like the world is so big, and
so it's like your third European summer.
I've done a few. Yeah, I'm big Euro summer, so I can. Everything's good. The Florida thing has been fun. It's fun to come back to New York. I feel like I'm like here to do work,
right?
Which is nice.
Yeah, we talked about this. It's like you definitely get a hustling vibe here.
Yeah, and I don't miss New York, but I love elements of coming here and doing my thing. But I think I'm also used to that, like dropping into a city and having places that I like and neighborhoods I like. Like I've done that when I go on the road. I go to San Francisco. I have areas of San Francisco. I'm coming to San Francisco. I have areas of like even Indiana. Like Indianapolis, like I Jeremy Jacobowitz, Brunch Boys.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, and he's always traveling for food stuff. And he was like, where should I go in Indianapolis? I was like, I got two awesome places. Like, and the Milk Tooth and Bluebeard are the names of those places. Two of like restaurants that I like love going and seeing in that whole neighborhood. Like I know it. So like I'm used to that with New York. So when I get here, I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta get to Times Square. Like I know what I'm doing.
Go see the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
It almost seems like when you were living in New York, you were like abroad here. When you were abroad, you'd like do like 2 days of classes and then you'd go travel.
Yeah. You go on the road. That's
right, like you're
what
living in Florence, but you're not really like living in Florence.
That was my base.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it's nice to go to like do the Comedy Cellar. I did some shows last night. I'll do a couple shows tonight.
Do you feel like you're on vacation then when you go back to Delray?
I do. I do feel like a little weird because I'm like, I should be doing more, but like, I kind of needed that. I kind of needed guardrails in my life. I think like, when you hear about like maybe it's a male thing, like I've been working so hard.
I've been working so hard, such a male thing.
I don't know, but the idea that you're like married to your work, or maybe it's a New York thing.
I think it's I see what you're saying. Right?
I don't know, maybe it's an older thing. That used to be the case where the guy would be at work every day and then like suddenly like the kids are a couple age,
well, there's definitely like a busyness like competition in New York, like who can be the busiest, who's doing the most. Like it's not cool to be chilling.
Right. And you go to Delray Beach and like people are just generally chilling. Like it's like, and I've met.
Does it annoy you that do things go a little slower there? Is that annoying?
I wonder.
That's my biggest issue when I leave New York. I feel like I need I love the efficiency of New York. It's my favorite part of it.
Yeah, I think the efficiency of the world has caught up to New York in a certain way. As far as like you can order your Starbucks and have it waiting for you at a Starbucks. Right. You can get your Uber is going to come to you. I don't know. I'm a big, when I go somewhere, I'm like a little bit more hold back. I'm not like, get out of the way, New Yorker coming through. Okay. Like I kind of try my best to like assess
just like
the scene.
Being in a line though. I feel like I
have nowhere to go there.
You know, a sandwich shop?
Yeah, I don't, I don't know. I love the characters. Like you go to places. There is times in Southern Florida, like Delray Beach. The one thing that gets in the way are older men who don't know that no one wants to hear from them.
Right, or they like hook up with them.
Right. I guess if they're trying to hook up or they're just like talking.
Right.
Oh, have you seen the traffic on night? And you're being nice because they're an older guy, and you're like, yeah, and like you'll just be at restaurants and you'll just see this older guy talking to the waitress for like a half hour, and you're like, all right, enough with your stupid story. She doesn't give a shit. I want to get my egg whites.
Honestly, there's nothing more depressing to me than seeing like an older couple that clearly has nothing to talk about at a restaurant, and the guy is trying to talk to anyone around him.
Right. You have a lot of that.
So that he doesn't have to talk to his wife.
Yeah.
And it's usually that guy who's like bogging down the waitress with like bad jokes and other shit. And you can just tell it's because like the two of them just have like nothing to say.
Right. And she's heard all his bits.
Right.
She's done with it.
And she's probably glad there's someone else he can like speak to.
Just you talk to them.
It's pretty depressing.
It's like old man storytelling energy. Like, and it's always like, and it's just like enough. Like come on, that's the one thing. But I like characters. Like I like when people are crazy. Okay. Like I kind of like I just like. I think I talk about them later and I get annoyed by them. I complain a lot about people like that. But I generally, in the space, I'm not like...
How crazy do you like them?
As crazy as they get.
Like Subway crazy?
Sure, that's a little... gets into danger land. But like, I like when a woman shows up to a coffee shop and there's a huge line and she goes in front of the line and is like, the tables outside are dirty.
You're not like embarrassed by that a little bit?
I think that person's great.
That sounds like your mom.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, get out the popcorn. The show has begun.
I feel like if you were on a date and someone did that, you would actually be like a little turned off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not trying to fuck that woman.
You're just entertained by her.
I'm entertained that person exists.
Okay. If you were gonna on a date with someone and the tables outside are dirty, what do you hope she does?
I guess I would go, oh, it's a little dirty. Let me grab a napkin. And she's like, no, she was like, no, they should be cleaning this.
Okay.
I'd be refreshed.
You'd be okay with that?
Yeah, okay. I'd be okay. If she was like, no, let me go talk to the the staff here. They should have this cleaned.
Okay.
I'd be like, ooh, okay, a little gusto.
But she'd have to go politely, I would assume.
Yeah, you got to be polite.
Right.
Please and thank yous.
But you'd be happy she handled it.
I'm happy she got the job done.
Right.
I like that.
Okay.
I like when someone has taste. Like, I like when someone has an opinion.
A clean table, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about anything.
Right.
If you don't care about the clean table, you don't care about anything.
Interesting. It's funny. I feel like there's like this sweet spot with men and dating women and feeling like you want someone who's like relaxed, but not too, like has opinions, not too relaxed. Like will conform to your lifestyle, but also like not too much. Like there's like, it's kind of like this like cool girl type thing a little bit have her opinions, but not be overbearing.
Right. I don't want to be in a couple where it's like, no, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. Like the politeness of it.
Right.
I don't have time for.
Okay.
Like, I don't even think that's getting to know someone.
Yeah.
And I do agree with what you're saying. Like, there is a sweet spot of like, I don't want someone who will ruin a night to let everyone know how angry they are about something over something stupid. But I do want someone who will let me know that their night is being ruined by something going on. I think that's the middle ground. I think that's the middle ground with most people.
What date do you like the woman to plan the date? Or would you be like into the woman taking the reins on the date?
I love a negotiation. So I do think if someone was like, if it's date 3 and they're like, how about this area?
They make a suggestion. Okay.
I would love a suggestion. I would love...
You don't need her to like do all the planning.
No, I just think, especially for a restaurant or a date spot, I want both people to be happy. It would make me happy that they're happy.
Okay.
I am a pleaser both outside and inside the bedroom. So I like when there's that thoughtful discussion of a menu. I like when there's a thoughtful discussion of an area of a restaurant. Like, that's kind of why a lot of the times, like, I'm always suggesting, like, hey, if you don't like the place, like, just say, like, oh, how about this place? I don't like when someone serve me. I don't want to be tested.
Yeah. That place, that place is not great. Then you suggest
next.
Right.
Next suggestion. It's like, well, why don't you say, I'm kind of looking for Asian tonight.
Right.
You know, if you said that, I go, oh, okay. Now I'm zoning in the filter. Like, I want people to give me the filters to work with.
Right. But what about just saying the actual restaurant?
If she said, I've been wanting to go to this place, I'm so enthusiastic. I'm like, wow, I'm going to a place that I never even thought of that you've been looking forward to.
Okay. And you're saying third date is when this would probably
I think
come up.
third date-ish. If something gets discussed on a first date, I think making that happen on a second date is worthwhile. Oh man, I used to love bowling.
Right. That's the
now
best.
we're bowling. That's the best.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
someone's listening.
Listening,
right.
Or I've been hearing about this place.
We love games. Try. We should go.
Well, that's where the we shoulds get into.
Yeah.
And this is again like whenever we talk about like you go on a date with a we should guy. We should guys are part of what I'm telling you right now. Like I like making the person I'm with happy.
So that's a good sign. We should.
That's why it's so.
If they follow through.
If they follow through,
right.
On the date, they might be saying we should go mini golfing after you said it's been forever since I've been mini golfing.
Right. But then they have to say.
Then you have to go. You can't fuck him.
I saw this place.
Right.
The mini golf place. What do you think?
Right.
Should we go?
Well, then you say that on the next date. But I'm saying, if someone says we should go mini golfing, that's not a good thing.
It's not
a
good thing.
It just is.
Okay. It's only a good thing if he says if
you're
texts you
mini
after
golfing
the date and says I found this place. Let's go mini golfing.
Made a reservation.
Right.
That's different than we should go mini golfing.
All right. So we shoulds mean nothing.
Nothing.
The actual plan. But I think
everyone is saying things on dates to make the other person like
them.
First dates, everything is said to sell you on them.
Right.
Now, do they go through with those things? We'll see. You know, like I think we have to like.
Well, that's why people think there's like a bait and switch because they're like, oh, this guy's pursuing, and then I show that I'm into him, and now he's like, okay, do I like this person? Maybe not.
Listen, story of my life. I'm part of that too. I want to make someone happy, and then I go, okay, well, they're happy now.
Now I can decide if I'm happy. Right.
Now that I've won their heart.
Right. Well,
what do I do with this heart?
I guess
boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Throw it in the river. I feel badly about that, but that's just the truth.
Well, when you say it like that,
right. That didn't mean to really.
Love it.
So before we get to our first email, announcement. I don't know why I went into the. We are doing YouTube exclusives. There's already one up there. There's two there waiting for you. One is how to respond to text, which it's like a very informative series. We're doing it on YouTube. And then the second one came out. It is a dating app makeover. We have a male participant whose profile we looked at.
This is a good one.
It's pretty, it needed the help.
Yes. There was a lot to unpack.
We help with love, so we want you, and I'm sure your comments will be nothing but loving and caring and understanding.
As they are.
We want you.
They're nicer on YouTube than other places.
Yeah, YouTube, I think, but we want you to go like and share and touch it. That's how you make Father Algorithm happy. Go check out the YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We're doing these exclusive, very learning kind of like how-to videos for dating. So go check it out. There's a dating app makeover there. There's also, if you go farther back, there's a, how to text back and get your texting right. So go to YouTube. The dating app makeover just came out on Monday. So it's hot off the press. It's waiting for you. It's new material. It's new content. Go enjoy it.
There's only one place to find it.
Yeah, and if you have a guy friend who's like, you think it's their profile is the problem, this is a perfect video to send to them.
Yes.
Without being like intrusive and like, let me see your profile. Because guys don't really respond well to that. So
criticism?
This is a non-threatening way to like tell your guy friend who's always complaining, like, well, are you hearing this stuff? They either hear it or they don't.
Just send in the clip. Don't say anything.
Yeah, just send it to him and then a meme about how whatever height he is a short king.
Exactly.
Done and done.
People love that.
Yeah.
So are you on the road?
Oh, I'm on the road. If you're listening right now, I am on the road. I'm going to be in Brea, California. Come. Love Brea. I've had great shows there. Come check out the shows. I'm going to be in Spokane, Washington. I'm going to be in Denver. Those shows sell out. Denver, San Francisco, East Providence, Providence, Rhode Island, Kansas City, Missouri, Richmond, Virginia, and then I'm starting to do some theaters. Washington, D.C., Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Chicago, Illinois, Durham, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Fort Lauderdale, Royal Oak, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Orlando, Florida, San Diego for New Year's. I'm talking about New Year's. Philadelphia, Baltimore, Atlanta, Charleston, Boston, Dallas, Houston, New York, Toronto, Vancouver, Seattle. More to come.
Wow.
More to come.
I can't believe you're going all these places. I need to take a nap just hearing about that.
I know. Listen, and I'll be on Long Island. We're adding that date back in.
When?
It got taken away. It was supposed to be in August, and then we had to switch it up.
All right.
So
I'll have your bed made and ready.
get the bed ready. I'm ready. Tell Ronnie to not kill any animals.
Yeah. You want him to get his aggression out before you get there.
Yeah, tell Ronnie I require one raccoon.
Okay.
And
At your feet
yes.
when you show up.
All right, what are we talking about today?
I'll read our first email. Hi, J&J, new subscriber here.
Welcome.
What took you so long? I'm just kidding. I really like listening as I'm commuting to work or at the gym. Jared, see you at your show in Toronto.
I love Toronto.
You do. My question is, have you ever been in a situation where you want to reach out to someone that you fumbled but aren't sure? What are your thoughts on this? 28 male. I was introduced to someone through mutual friends. We met a couple times, but always in a group setting. I was interested in a date, but the timing wasn't great. Busy time of work. She wasn't around for a bit due to travel, so it fizzled out. We ended up agreeing to go out, but it never happened, and it seems that the onus was on me to make a plan, which I didn't love. Okay.
Big female eye roll.
There's
from,
literally nothing
Jordana's
more
side of the room.
annoying than seeing that.
I read this already, and I knew
you knew I would have that reaction.
And I think every woman, I could hear them groaning in the distance.
Yeah.
That is not. And listen,
that is not hot.
I'll speak to that. I'll tell you why he feels that way, but go on.
I just think if two people want to go on a date, it should be a mutual plan. Do you? Okay. Anyway, things seem cordial between us, but we haven't really talked since, except a couple times on social media. It's been a couple years and my interest is still out there, but I don't know if it's going to look bad reaching out. Is it even worth it? Or is it a grass is greener scenario? Thoughts? Signed, a longtime listener, but new subscriber.
Jordana, what do you think?
I think this guy is acting like a big loser. Personally, like
right,
he's like, I don't think I should have to make, like, he asked her out and then never made a plan. He's like literally like the person we all talk shit about all the time.
Listen, I get it. Well, this is I think this is the male plight. Not
wanting to like make a plan.
Well, that's what it is, surface level. I think if
this is not your plight. I don't think you've ever had this complaint.
No, his complaint's different. So what his complaint is it doesn't even make sense. He writes, we ended up agreeing to go out, but it never happened. It seems the onus was on me to make a plan, which I didn't love. I just think if two people want to go on a date, it should be a mutual plan. I've never heard in the history of dating two people coming up to one another at the same time who have a history and going, we should do a date.
Right. And
Let's go to drinks at 12.
Like on 3.
Yeah.
Where should we go? What time?
So at 8. Right? Like the premise is flawed. So obviously he's coming from an emotional place. So let's take empathy. I agree.
Why doesn't he want to make a plan?
Here's why he doesn't.
He thinks it makes him look bad?
No. I think it makes it his responsibility. And like, here's what women want.
Welcome to manhood.
That's right. You are exactly right. Well, it is the going back to a woman, because that's the premise here. We dated a little bit. She's still on my mind. We kind of thought, I know she's into it if I just make that plan.
Yeah.
And now it's a decision. So if we keep this like binary.
Okay.
It's make a plan, and I am saying, I like you, I want you, I pursue you.
Right.
Or it's do nothing and meet someone new where there's no
responsibility that anyone owes each other.
No owing anybody.
What would that even look like? Besides the 1, 2, 3 name and place.
Well, this is why
like we meet at a bar, we hook up?
Meeting at a bar, or meeting someone new on Tinder, Hinge, dating app.
Even then, most of the time, a guy makes a plan.
That's fine. But that plan, the plan with the woman you go back to that you make is this is an acknowledgement of something women accuse men of not knowing. This man is acknowledging that when a guy comes back to your situationship, and people, this doesn't have to be gendered.
Fine.
But he is acknowledging that he is not naive to the fact that making a plan with someone that I have a history with means boyfriend or fuck off, as you have said.
It could mean 3 dates and we'll see how we feel.
Sure. But the fear is I go back to her. We have and he even says it in his email, as his grass is always greener. Am I forgetting the things that broke us off in the first place? Am I forgetting the things
why I didn't make the date last time?
Right, that didn't make me obsessed with her last time.
Sure.
So he's saying, and that's why he's annoyed, and he's saying it in an unlikable way, but I understand what he's saying. He's saying, oh, why should I have to be the one that makes all these promises, which is not what she's asking for.
She's not even asking for a date.
I agree. I know. This is, and if we want to understand the other side and what's going on in a man's head, this guy, 28.
I think there's a common thought process.
I think this guy and I have thought the same exact way, so it must mean that most men are thinking this way.
Okay.
So it's like that guy who comes back to you that you're like, why does he keep coming back? He is being a dick.
Yeah.
Because this guy's showing you, he's showing restraint. You know, there's something to be commended here.
What a hero.
I know. Well, he's just speaking out loud. He's saying the thing that, you know, the guy who comes back to you that says, hey, let's hook up tonight, even though you guys have a history, he's not even acknowledging that what he's doing has more importance and is showing that, why would he keep coming back to me if he didn't like me? Okay. So I think for this scenario, it's like, he has and this is why the dating apps people are disposable these days. This is the disposability that we're talking about, because it is a choice between go back to her, all the stuff is in the yard to build a house. Mm-hmm. I can go look at it, it's all there. I can go build it. Right. I can put it back together. I can make that happen. And if I do that and we get 3 dates in and I realize I didn't want to build that house, I got to take down that house. Yeah. You know, I did.
I think like welcome to adulthood.
I know.
That's being a grown up. That's doing hard things. That's taking a chance. If it doesn't work out, you can be a man and you can say, hey, I had a great time, but I don't think it's going to work out. Or being a man is asking someone out with the fear that they'll reject with the possibility that they'll reject you. I think that so much of that is lost with like dating apps and Snapchat and all this other shit. This idea of like, we can't like handle things going badly. No one's like mentally prepared to be like, sorry, it didn't work out. That stings. Let's move. Like it hurts for a couple of days and then it moves on.
Think about who the people are that invented all these apps that we use. They're male nerds. Okay. And I say this all the time. It's becoming like,
well, they're married.
I'm sure there are people that get annoyed, but they're married, but they didn't want to. I think it was the intent of these apps was to take away the anxiety that goes with approaching someone in public. Mm-hmm. And I think what it's done, what it's
done is like atrophying male brains.
Well, then it becomes, I can avoid all failure ever.
Right, which is not good for you.
Not good. So. Because I have this thought.
It's like I just read this article about ChatGPT. It's like, again, it's like your brain is supposed to like work harder to find knowledge. Like it's just
would you like your life better because you worked harder to make this date happen that
I think you would.
Person you thought of? Listen, I have these thoughts with people that I've dated. Like I can't. That's why like I see eye to eye with this guy, where you go, what are they doing? What are they up to? You go look at their Instagram. You see them. You go. And then you see them watch your stories and you go, maybe they're thinking of me in the way I'm watching their stories. And you're kind of like looking at the moon, you know, like, and, you know, wish upon a star.
Sure.
Maybe they're looking at the same moon as me. It's a little romantic until you go, no. And then why don't you reach out to that person? I go, like, me personally.
I mean, his reason sounds a lot more illusory than anything you've ever said.
Because he doesn't know how to say it. Okay. I know how to say it.
To say, like, why is it my job to reach out? It's like, because you're the one fucking writing in that you want to go out with her. So that's why it's your job.
Right, because he's not being vulnerable.
Right.
He's trying to blame. Listen, I see it in my comment section when I talk about, you know, if you go to I mentioned this on the last episode, but this video is really like, the comment section is like blowing my mind. Mm-hmm. here's where the single men are.
Okay.
I point out, there's the single men. And then all these women say, we don't want those men. They don't make a reservation. Then these loser men come in and they go, making a reservation is for the horrible restaurants that nobody fucking likes anyways. We don't want a fancy restaurant. And they're fucking as deranged as the women who are like, those guys don't make a, like they're as dumb as the other half.
That's why I would never date anyone who comments on anyone's Instagram or TikTok.
But this guy is saying something. He's trying to put up this veil of like, it's not all my fault. And I'm telling him, and if he wants to take full ownership, the full ownership is I am afraid that I go back to this woman. I realize she's not the person match for me.
Okay.
And then someone I like, genuinely, someone I like, I'm attracted to, but I don't have that thing in me to go to the next step. I've just brought them back into something they didn't want to be involved with. And now I have to break up with them a second time. And he's saying, why do I have to be fully responsible for this? And it's like, dude, that's just the price of admission to maybe the love of your life.
Yes, that's how it all works. If you don't take any chances, then you just sit on your commute back and forth from work in Toronto and you don't actually improve your life. If you don't, if there's no chance of failure, if there's no chance of rejection, and I guess that's like normalized now, and that's why it's like frustrating to women too. I just think like be a man. Like this is like a losery energy to me. Well, I understand like what he's saying and what the fear is, but I'm also kind of like I don't feel that much pity for it. It's like you'll break up with someone, they'll be hurt for like why do you think it's almost like so self-important? Like you think like it's you're gonna ruin their life because they didn't get a fourth date with you? Like grow up.
Right. Well, I mean, to his defense, like the idea that like this, the story you hear from women,
right,
is this guy that messed with me over the,
all right, that's the story anyone says when they're rejected from anything.
Right.
This person messed with me. This house I put a bid on, they were dragging me along and then I didn't get it. But that's life for everyone on the rejection side too.
Sure, but his fear isn't like out of nowhere.
Okay.
Like the idea that like you don't want to be the central character villain in someone's life. We've said it on this, like everyone's dad is amazing dad whose mother loves him and was amazing to us is someone else's villain.
Sure.
And it's going to get worse because people have stayed single longer. So like,
but that's true in so many aspects of your life where you could be the villain. Anytime you don't go with the flow, you're the villain. Every time you like, and that's okay. And again, I think most normal people, not people on the internet, most normal people see that and they're like, okay, it didn't work out. Most people aren't like that person's an evil maniac. Well,
I would,
loser.
To bring it back to your story where you had the guy that kept reaching out.
Yeah.
We talk about him here.
I wouldn't say he should go back like over like 10 times over the course of 7 years.
Right, but I'm saying
I think that's different. I think there's a line.
We've talked about on this, but I agree there's a line, and one time is not the worst thing in the world.
Yes, I wouldn't have blamed him for one time.
Right. Well, but then we've talked on this. I'm like,
and again, I don't even blame him now. I'm looking, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it, whatever.
I'm saying a guy that we've talked about it here. I think this goes to the languaging of like, you're a reasonable person.
Right.
I trust you as a friend to be reasonable. And when we ask, about a ex and what we want for our exes, I say, I just want them to be okay and happy and forget about me.
Right.
And your message most of the time is, I hope they think about me every day.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but I'm not like, I hope their life is like completely ruined and
wouldn't
like
you think
they never
that their
love
life
again.
is ruined if they think of you every day?
No, I think that would be pleasant.
But you know what I'm talking? I'm saying like
I'm just saying I actually wouldn't want a guy like this to reach out to me. A guy who's talking about dating like this. Why is it my job? I don't think I'd want that person to be reaching out to me because that's a person who's in a mindset of like, this person's never going to commit to anyone. This person's like not.
Well, I think he'll grow up. I think I'm
saying in his mindset right now. I'm saying a person who's like saying, I don't want to why is it my job to reach out? That's not a good boyfriend. That's not even someone who's going to be like a good partner.
I think
you should do her a favor and not reach out.
Where I'm giving him empathy where maybe he shouldn't be given is I don't think he means the way he's saying it. Mm-hmm. Like I think he means I am afraid. Like if I'm to like be his translator, I'd be like, he's afraid Like listen.
To say it like that is also just like, but that means you're a different person. That means you're a more vulnerable person.
Right.
That means you're a more thoughtful person.
Maybe that's the message from this email that we're giving him. Maybe it's not to like go back to this person. If it really enrages you to go have to make a date with someone who you might like and like more than everyone else you've ever met, then you're not ready to do that.
Right.
But we're two people looking at him. I think the one thing we agree on is what he wrote here isn't real. Like his
not
anger,
true. Yes.
Right? His anger's stupid.
Yeah.
We disagree with his premise of I shouldn't have to. It should be made mutually. Like we laughed at him in the beginning. That doesn't happen. So what's he really mean? He really means, and if he can't understand this, then he's not ready. But if he can hear us, we're like, you sound afraid, so your fear turns into anger.
Yeah.
We've all seen Star Wars. Yoda, anger turns to fear. Fear turns into, what is the speech? Yoda gives
I've
this
never
speech.
seen Star Wars.
It's a big. I got back into Star Wars.
Wow.
This is what happens.
Star
when you
Wars
stay single at 40.
and mythology.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Yoda had it right the whole time.
Look at that. Maybe I should watch Star Wars.
But this is exactly the premise for this guy's email. His fear of reaching out to someone who may bring future heart. Listen, I'm speaking to myself. Like I
Give
know this
yourself
guy
some
because I
advice.
am this guy.
Yeah.
Is turning to hate the way he wrote it.
Yeah, definitely sensing some like weird vibe, like hatery vibes.
This is manosphere. This is who you think of when you think of Roganverse.
Yeah.
And then fear leads to hate leads to what's before suffering? Anger. Hate leads to anger.
Right, that's the angry vibes.
Anger leads to suffering. So he'll be suffering alone if he goes down this path.
Thinking about her
Consider me Yoda.
Thinking about her every day.
Right. And now you got Jordan on your mind every day. So
wouldn't you wish like a streaming service that rejected you would think about you every day? You'd kind of like that.
I would kind of like
they
it,
see
I
you,
guess.
they see your clips, they think about you all the time. You'd like that. Wouldn't you?
But it would never come to fruition. Like I don't think like if
Someone
HBO. Jared, we
HBO
saw how well your special did. We really fucked up. I don't know if I'd even get satisfaction.
I think you would. I think you would like that.
I think you would. Bitch.
You don't think you'd enjoy that? Knowing that they've been.
You know what I would enjoy?
That they
Vulture.
regret.
If Vulture.
Okay.
Because Vulture said they wouldn't write about our special.
Yeah.
Because they don't write about, thoughtful men.
Is that what they said?
It's the only way to interpret it.
Okay.
They only write about
so if they said
extremist men to make their audience angry.
They see your new special and they said, we've been thinking about you since we didn't write that. You include you in that article. We've been thinking about you every day.
I would be happy.
Yes, thank you. Now you get it.
From Vulture.
Now you get it.
I don't think you're evil for doing that. I think that's what he's hearing.
What?
I mean, at least I think that's what he's.
I mean, I'm not saying like they must. I'm not going to like make sure they do. I'm just like that's a nice
runoff. Yeah.
I think we talked about this with Lady Gang, where they were like, the dream is that like the guy you used to date's mom sees you on TV doing something amazing, and it's just like, how could you have? Could
have been yours. Okay, let's do an email. You ready?
Let's do it.
Picky. J&J, recent subscriber. We're getting a lot of new subscribers. And I've been loving the extra content. I have a red flag or deal breaker that I don't think I've heard anything like yet on the show. This was from a few years ago, from a guy I'd been dating on and off. He was an only child and a real mama's boy in more ways than one. What does that mean?
Mama's boy?
More ways than one? I think there's only one way.
I think there's like multiple ways that manifests, let's say.
He lived at home during community college, then continued living at home when he went to university near our hometown. By the time he was 24, he had still never lived anywhere but his parents' house, which at the time was an ick, but I also was not trying to be judgy since financially it was a smart decision for him. Here's my icky or picky. At 24, when he finally graduated from the university and started applying for jobs, he mentioned that his mom was helping him apply for jobs and would adjust wording on his resume and cover letters to fit the right wording for all the job postings. I was stunned to hear that a grown, unemployed man with no bills couldn't even be bothered to apply for jobs on his own. We broke up for good a few months later, which I think was unrelated to this, but maybe not. You tell me. So icky or picky, his mom filled out his resume and cover letters for all his job applications.
You know, obviously this is icky, but this is his mom's fault. What's he going to say? Like, this is how his whole life has gone.
Right.
What's he going to, like, say, don't do everything for me, person who seems to love doing everything for me for all these years?
Blaming women. This is...
I mean, it is kind of her fault. If you don't, like, stop doing shit for... Your kid's not going to, like, tell you... You know, people don't like my stories recently, but I breastfed until I was 4 years old, right? That's my mother's fault. That's not my fault.
You didn't ask weird. For her titty.
I mean, I did. That's why it happened.
Yeah.
But, like, it's your job to, like, wean your kid.
Right. Like, at 4, you're not going to go, Mom, enough.
Right. I think
this nipple.
I think at 4, I actually did have to say that because I was getting, like, ruthlessly made fun of by my siblings. So I actually did say, like, I think I've got to stop.
Gotta get off the stuff.
Well, I would be like,
hey, Mom, I gotta be sober. I can't party with you anymore. Put away that tit.
I told you it was like I think it was like the Clinton re-election or the Bush re-election or something, and my siblings would just scream 4 more years at me.
It's crazy.
And I just became so ashamed that I had to, even at 4, I had to stop. But I'm saying that's the parents' fault.
I'm not as icked out by listen, if the mom's like an English teacher, it is funny the way she went. When someone tries to convince you of your answer, it went from, he started applying for jobs. He mentioned that his mom was helping him apply for jobs and would adjust wording on his resume and cover letters to fit the right wording for all the job postings. That's not, and then it ends with, so icky or picky, his mom filled out his resume and cover letters for all his job applications. Like,
that's not exactly what he said.
It's not exactly what he said. He, if my mom is a, master's in English and she goes, let me read it out, and I'm applying for jobs, she's trying to get me out of her house. And hopefully. I'm like, hey, hopefully. And she's like, well, let me see what you're passing in. There's a few fixes I would make. I don't think that's such a crazy thing.
There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Mike doesn't love like writing emails, not a great email writer. He'll send me stuff and I'll like tweak it for him.
Right. Is it different because you're his wife?
I don't think so. I mean, like if he was sending it to his mom, I think that would be a little weirder, I guess.
If his mom,
or if he had a friend who was a good writer and he sent it to the friend, I wouldn't think it was weird.
Right. But this is the point. If the friend's a good writer, you would think it's weird if it's like he does everything with this idiot friend. Right. The mom we always consider not an idiot because they're a mom. But like, let's just remember they're a human. They're a human too. So if it's mom's good at my laundry, so let me have her check my grammar, like that's not even a thoughtful person to go to. That's just
someone whose mom is doing everything for them.
Right. There's a big difference between my mom is an English teacher and I have her check the grammar on my cover letter because I want to make sure I get a job. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not, to me, they're being picky if it's just, if you're relating. If the
mom is an English teacher, then it's picky.
Well, if you're relating that because you feel they're a mama's boy and they haven't moved out of the house, but then the person they're living with is the first person they go to try and get them out of the house on a better...
This guy's not very independent. I think that's
right. And that's fine. I don't think that's...
It's okay to be turned off by that.
That's not picky.
No.
It's picky if considering the mom could never be someone to help him.
Right. Or if she did the whole thing for him.
Right, that would be...
If she if she created the resume and was filling out the cover letters on his behalf, that would be... If she's tweaking it, I don't think that's a big deal. I think many people ask other people.
Right, this is a difficult one to say icky or picky, though, because there is this background.
Right.
Like, I do understand that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, he went from, we're living together, I'm not moving out, she's doing my laundry.
Basically, you're dating his mom.
She's cooking my food.
Right,
yeah, like, at one point you go, when are you going to be 24?
Yes. And 24 is like cusp of like the time that might be somewhat okay.
Right.
Once you get to 25.
I mean, your quarter life.
Yes. You got to get out of there.
You got to stop sucking on your mom's tit. What do you think? Okay, let me do a few mom ones with you. You ready?
Let's do it. Okay.
Picks out all his clothes. Is it icky or picky? Turned off. Are you completely turned off? Hey, Jordana, like you go, oh, I love your clothes. And I go, my mom actually picks out every outfit.
I think I mean, when I think about it, it sounds a little icky, but I think Mike's mom, before we met, we used to like buy him a lot of clothes.
Picks out his clothes, not buy him clothes. Way different than
then
picks
like
out
they
his
go
clothes.
shopping and she picks it out and he wears it.
Right.
That's true. That's different. Yeah, that'd be icky. If she like goes shopping and then like she's like, oh, I saw this thing you might like and buys him a lot of clothes. I don't think that's that weird.
Right. If a woman told me her mom,
If she still did it, it'd be weird.
Right. It is a very gendered thing because if a mom was like, or if a woman was like, yeah, I FaceTime with my mom and she helps me pick out my outfits and she's got like a really good fashion sense, I'd be like, oh, that's nice.
I guess if a man said that, I would think that would be kind of nice if his mom has like had a good fashion sense.
Like these shoes, I got compliments on them all the time.
Did your mom pick this out?
She bought them for me and picked them out.
Oh, look at that.
And I say,
so you are.
So I'm this guy, but when someone maybe sitting like this doesn't help that.
That makes you look like you're in the shoe store.
My mommy picked them out. Like that's a little icky. But when someone says, "Oh, I like your shoes," I go, "Want me to make it less cool?" And they go, "Yeah, sure." And I go, "My mom picked them out."
Okay, at least you have some self-awareness of it. Yeah.
All right, let's do another.
Mommy has the best taste.
Their mom makes all their doctor's appointments.
Icky. How old are they? How old is this hypothetical person?
30-year-old. They're like, I got to go to the dentist. And the mom goes, I made you the appointment.
Icky.
Right?
Yeah. 30, no. 25, again, cusp.
Yeah.
Once you're in your 30s, it's like weird.
It's time. Well, I always give this pitch. Dr. Lauren Becker, who does my dentist stuff, and I think
your
she's
mom made
fantastic. My mom makes every appointment.
Really?
No, I always, because she gives me cleanings, Dr. Lauren Becker,
right.
and then she's like, post it on Instagram. Fine. I think that's a worthwhile thing to post to help people out because I've moved to a new city, been 24, and had that moment of life where you're going home to go to the doctor. There is a part of life where you're like an adult who's still attached to these doctors from your childhood.
Yes.
And you should be making the doctors on your own, but you're like, do I Google dentist? Like, it's kind of weird and you don't have anyone you trust. You haven't built a network. So,
well, to bring it back to the first email, that's kind of like we're growing up.
Right. Well, that's the thing. When do you make that choice to kick your boat off the dock?
Right.
That's a very...
I think the earlier you do it, the better it is.
Right. That's why I'm always annoyed by the person who's like, I've been paying my own bills since I've been 14 years old. And you're like, okay, enough. Okay, good for you. It's like, I've been finding my doctor since I've been 3. What, you haven't found a doctor yet? And it's like, okay, not all of us did that way. You know,
yes, you don't like people who grew up poor.
No.
Okay.
Fuck these poor people. Well, you didn't have a family doctor? They make it sound like they were just like crawling around in a park.
Some people are very independent. They wouldn't FaceTime their mom 3 times on a romantic vacation. Not everyone's the same, Jared.
Maybe the person I'm on vacation with should pick it up a bit and have a little bit more, be a little more fun. I wouldn't be calling my parents.
Okay, you found. That's when you'll know you've met the one when they make you not want to call your mom on your romantic vacation.
If you haven't listened to the episode, what episode is
the last
this from?
Wednesday.
Is it the last Wednesday?
Yeah. All right.
Check out the room. That's me.
You find out their mom texted you on Hinge. Was the first one who messaged you on Hinge. She wrote the message.
A deal breaker. I'm out. They're too involved.
That's fair.
All right.
We did the sneakers.
Let's do another email.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay. Hi, J&J. Love the pod. It's truly been a comfort during this big life transition. I just moved to a new city and I don't really have a solid group of friends here yet. I saw Jared is having a live show near me and I'd love to go. But I keep hearing Jared say to assemble the group chat. And I don't really have one yet. Is it weird or sad to go solo to something like this? Should I wait until I've made more friends who'd be down, or is going alone actually kind of bold and cool? Thanks for being my parasocial besties.
So they're asking if they should go to my show alone. I would say yes, not because, because I'm personally motivated that I want more tickets bought for my show. 2, I do think I think you should go to any comedy show that you enjoy the comedian alone, because it's going to be an audience that's partially full of people who share your same taste.
Have you been to comedy shows alone?
I mean, yes. I've been, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we just talked about this
at Zuko.
At
Atco. I went to Atco's show alone and enjoyed it fully and loved a part of it was really loving seeing her relationship with the audience.
Right.
But that's like my professional world, like watching from that angle. But that's kind of cool on your own to like see who goes and see, you know, I don't know. You get to be a little bit more of a fly on the wall, but also,
well, it's not that intimate. Here's the thing. I think there's pluses and minuses. I think, is it more fun to go with someone? Maybe, because after you can discuss and break down the show, and it's kind of like the movies too. Like at the movies, it's fun. It's like, it's very fun to go alone, but I think it's like a little bit better to go with someone because you can just talk about, you have someone who just saw the movie too, who you can break it down with. But the actual act of seeing both shows is like a solo, not really interactive thing.
Right. Not an interactive thing, but I think as far as like a single person looking to meet new friends, I don't think going to something solo is a suggestion I don't suggest doing things solo to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend out of it.
Or even a date.
Yeah, right, a date. That's not how I judge going out alone.
Okay.
As a win or a loss, whether I got a date from it.
And I think if you're going out with that mindset, you're probably going to get less dates overall because you're going out with this, like, I don't know, like expectation.
Right. I think the motivation for going somewhere alone is being around people that you know share your values, share your sense of humor, and
enjoying whatever you're doing.
Right, and enjoying the thing, but also what could be gotten from that. I think you're more likely to get things from that than a place called your living room.
Right.
So if you're looking to go out alone, like here's a few that the list. Okay, would you go solo? And could you meet someone there? What would your expectations be? Let's go through all of these. Ready? Going to a comedy show. Would you do it?
I would.
Yeah.
I would. I don't know if it would be like, if there was someone I really wanted to see and I didn't have anyone to go with, I would go.
I think, well, for my show, I would never like embarrass someone who's there alone if they sat up front.
Okay.
I would be like, who are you here with? I'm on my own. That's great. And then I think I was in Pittsburgh. I had fun with one woman was in front alone, and I started talking to another guy in the back. He's like, I'm here with my 3 friends. And I was like, maybe we got a connection here. You DM me, you DM me. And then, you know, we were joking. It was a joking around. Right. I didn't feel in any way that anyone was like embarrassed. But I think if you're worried about that, you know, you sit towards the back, ask for like, you know, kind of like a middle, somewhere in the back. But like, I think a good comedian wouldn't make you feel bad for being there alone.
Well, let me ask you this, because I think this is a better question, because you go a lot of places alone. You do. You go.
Big old loner here.
No, you're not like you're someone who's like very social and not afraid to go places. Where would you not suggest going alone, besides like Europe?
Beach town. No, beach town. Beach town in Europe.
To the beach? Or just
I think you need a city. City's better alone than a beach town.
Okay. Because it's less family friendly?
Yeah, well, city has more people on their own, more action, more conversation, more energy, where a beach town, people are there very like closed off. There's
with their own crew, whoever they were.
There's no shoulder to shoulder real activity. Like you're not amongst strangers as much.
Fair.
So I would suggest that. Like I just went to Lisbon and Comporta. I wouldn't send a person alone to Comporta.
But you would Lisbon?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's not many places I would be against alone. I think movies, comedy show, dinner alone.
Would you go to a concert alone? Like a musical?
I'm not a music person. It takes a lot for me to go to a concert just generally.
So probably not. You wouldn't want to go back.
I wouldn't, but that I would suggest it. I think
you think it would be okay?
Yeah, I think it would be great actually, because a concert where if you love the band, you're amongst other people who love that band too.
Okay.
And there's a lot of like it's like, I think a concert and a comedian, it's like going to the same college. Like when you go out in college, what's your major? Where do you live? Well, what got you in the band? What's your favorite album?
Right.
Oh, you like his live stream? Do you listen to the podcast? You know what I mean? Like that. There's already commonality to begin a conversation. Because the thing you're there for. So I think these are all good. Fitness class alone.
Absolutely
easy.
No issue.
No issue.
Yeah.
Museum day.
Alone? I would go to a museum alone.
I don't think there's much to be gained socially from a museum alone.
I think actually, like, if you go, I actually think it's a fun.
Will just laughed at it.
I think it's a fun experience to go with someone and like see the stuff and like comment on it and like, you know, that's the kind of thing where you could be talking the whole time to someone saying like, wow, look at this one or something like that. I think that's more fun. Fair. But I also think that I would, if I had a day in a city, I would go to a museum alone.
Would you go to a hike alone?
No, because I would listen to a lot of true crime and I'd be too scared.
Yeah, the hike alone is scary, but it's nice. I can understand why it would be nice for someone.
Yeah.
I would do a beginner's hike.
We have like a little hiking trail by my house.
Really?
And Mike runs there. And I'm like too scared to do it alone.
Really?
Yeah. I also have a really bad sense of direction. I think that my bad sense of direction, my love of true crime, make it so I wouldn't go hiking alone.
I don't know if people know this about Jordana. She will go quickly and in the wrong direction. No one goes quicker into the wrong direction than Jordana.
I have whatever, like, usually whenever I get out of a subway, whatever my hunch is, I
you
try to go the other way
towards it.
Yes.
You sprint. Like, I get off, I go, let me take a minute.
Yeah.
I want to be right. You're like
running in the wrong direction.
That's the way.
Yes.
And I don't give a shit.
I'm one of those kids who, like, on like the booster basketball team, like scored the other basket, like the other team's thing. Yeah.
No, I
go on long walks alone, just like in well lit areas where I know the path. So I guess I would go
for you.
I would go on a hike alone.
Yeah. I think the alone stuff is about perspective. Like, I think that's like the big thing with alone events. Like,
you have to be in the right mode.
The right mode, and what do you expect? Your expectation is to have a nice meal and keep your eyes open.
Right.
You know, like, head on a swivel. If you want to, hey, what did you, and to be, hey, what did you get? Like, I went to Via Carota last night after my shows, and that restaurant's fucking awesome. And I was tired. I wasn't really in the mood to talk to people. There was a guy next to me writing in his notebook. He was looking to talk to people.
Do you prefer to be alone, or would you prefer to go with a friend?
Sometimes I'm with a friend or on a date, and I leave it going, I like that more than I would have thought.
Like being with someone.
I think when you're alone long enough, you kind of revert to it's easier to just be alone.
Okay. Because you don't have to deal with anyone else's preferences?
Well, right. Not even that. It's just the energy. Like, I think I overrate how much energy it takes to, like, have a conversation.
I think that's most people. That's like a little social anxiety.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to be like stuck in a conversation that's going nowhere.
Right. And then you don't want to be like stuck with someone where you like, I think especially for dating, like, do I want to meet up with this person tonight or not? Like,
right. It's easier to just go alone.
It's just easier to just be alone and not have to worry about like, oh, I'm going to go home now. Like, you're almost avoiding like,
the end of the night. Yeah, right.
You know? Like,
right, the awkward moment when like someone decides it's time to leave.
Right.
Yeah. Even when you're with a friend and you're like at dinner, it's like someone has to be like, okay.
Yeah, this is done now.
All right, let's play some Red Flag or Deal Breaker.
It's the game that has taken over the country. Red Flag or Deal Breaker. Something happens on the date. You decide, is it a red flag?
Yeah.
You notice it and move on? Or is it a deal breaker? You end it, sight unseen.
I like this one.
This is a good one. J&J, love the pod. Listening has been my version of me time since having 2 kids under 2. Send help. Woo-wee! Here's my scenario. I was out for a walk with my husband, toddler, and 2-month-old. When we passed a couple, looked to be in their late 20s, who had just come out of a grocery store. At the same time, an elderly woman walking past us tripped hard on the sidewalk and fell right between us and this couple, practically into them.
Is that my wife?
We all froze for a second, and then immediately both the other woman and I pulled out our phones to call 911 because it was very clear this woman was badly hurt. She was moaning and holding her wrist, which was visibly, obviously broken, like I heard it snap on the sidewalk, truly horrifying.
Oof.
Since the other woman had her phone out too, I said, oh, okay, do you guys have this? To confirm someone was taking care of her. But before she could even answer, the guy she was with goes, in the most annoyed tone ever, I guess so. Like, excuse me? Sir, an elderly woman just shattered her wrist and hit her head in front of you. It wasn't just the tone. It was the vibe of, ugh, I guess we have to deal with this now, as if helping a stranger in real pain was a huge inconvenience. I walked away because my kids were with me and someone was handling it. But if I were the woman on the date, that response would have haunted me. So tell me, red flag or deal breaker, the guy you're dating acts visibly annoyed at having to help an injured elderly stranger. Thanks for being the dating judges we all need. Signed, Grandma Deserved Better.
Okay. So I do think it's like not like the hottest look for the guy to do this, but I also think this woman is totally disregarding the fact that she's leaving. Like, it's not like she was like, right? Is that...
It is a high horse to sit on, right? As you're riding the horse away from the elderly woman who's not your problem.
You
anymore.
can't leave and say, like, this guy was so annoyed. It's like, you're the one who just volunteered. Why don't you stay?
Right. And you left this hurt elderly woman with an evil man that
doesn't care about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't care.
How sure are you that, well, I guess you guys got this covered. Gotta go.
Right.
She did have her kids with her. I don't know.
I mean, maybe they had somewhere else to go. They were about to go have sex.
How many? Oh, this old woman got. Oh, it's supposed to be getting blown right now. This fucking old woman.
It always happens to me.
It's always an old geezer.
It happened to you, right? With the woman who fell.
This did happen.
Yeah.
Well, I helped that woman.
This guy helped too. He said
right.
He didn't say no.
It isn't. Well,
he did say I guess.
We don't know where this guy was heading.
Right.
Like, we have no idea of his calendar. Like, where could he be on the way
like the
to
priest
that
study?
Okay?
Yeah.
What's that?
I told you it was the priest study. There's a study that they did with like priests where they were like testing if they like had someone fall in front of them and to see like if they would help.
And did they?
And the priests that were in a rush didn't help. And the priests that didn't have anywhere to go did help. So it's like just goes to show you kind of like put this like situational, there's like a situational bias where like most people are like only as helpful as like the situation in particular lends itself to, not like who they are as a person.
Right. And it is annoying if you're having your day. Like, we're assuming he's annoyed he's missing his blowjob he would have gotten. And that's probably, we hope, is not the case. Like, we don't know if like, we have to go to, we're supposed to be at dinner by 8. Even dinner by 8.
Meeting your parents or whatever.
We have somewhere to be in an hour, and an old woman falls and you hear the snap of her wrist. While helping the woman is part of like the deal of society, you're not like happy this happened.
Right.
So I can understand his visceral like, oh, God damn it, this Elaine over here just...
I mean, I also just think like, okay, she has kids. I get that it's like more annoying for her to help maybe than that. Maybe she doesn't know their circumstances. I just think it's so crazy to be like writing an email being like, can you believe this guy was annoyed he had to stay? It's like, you fucking left.
Well, it is like, it is putting your situation on them. You're like, well, they have no kids. Right. They have no kids. They have nothing to do. They have nowhere to be.
Maybe they have kids at home.
We have no idea.
Right.
Just because they looked younger.
Right.
She's assuming, she's like, oh, what are you going to miss? Your Labubu hangout? You know, oh, you can't help an old woman. You got to go hang out and do your Gen Z video games. Yeah. Like that's her assumption. But let's say that they have nowhere to be.
Let's say her assumption is correct, and they're just on a date. They've got nowhere to go. The woman falls and breaks her wrist in front of them, and he's like, "Okay,
this old bag."
Fine.
We gotta help wrinkles now.
All right, let's say you're on a date with someone and this happens, and she goes, I guess so. How long do you think this ambulance would it be out, or would it be red flag?
It wouldn't. I guess first date I'd be out. Fifth date I'd be like, I'd question her.
You'd be like, wow.
I'd be like, wow, why were you so annoyed?
I hate old women.
Right.
They just ruin everything.
She wasn't even hot. I don't know. What would you do? Would you be like...
I agree. First date, it would be very unappealing.
It's unappealing, but...
It's unappealing regardless. But
okay, let me rewrite the situation. Dinner reservations at 8. you're walking out of their apartment building, you get charged if you're more than 15 minutes late.
I would call the restaurant.
You're in a rush to go to the restaurant. No, but whatever.
How long do you think you're in for if the old woman breaks her wrist in front of you? Like, can you leave when the ambulance arrives? At least an hour. You think?
No, ambulance arrives, you're off the hook.
I think the ambulance is not going to take an hour.
This woman just left them with an angry man.
Right.
So she was off the hook.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. It's
not an hour. Let's say it takes a half hour. It's a half-hour detour at...
Okay.
Let's call it a half-hour detour of your day.
A half hour, I call the restaurant, I explain the situation.
Hey, this old idiot just fell in front of me.
Yeah, she's still on the floor.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She'll live another 3 years. She'll die of something else.
Couldn't get a wheelchair, clearly.
So man, so would you be okay with so you have a guy picks you up?
I would be annoyed that the woman was like decided it wasn't her problem. I would actually, if I were him, I'd be less annoyed that I had to stay and more annoyed that she's like, you got this, right?
And then wrote an email to a podcast.
Right, yeah. I'd be more annoyed at the woman writing in if I were him than the older woman who obviously, but I would stay. And I would be like, and if he stayed. I could see him being like, here's the thing. It's a little annoying. It's a little bit of an annoying situation, I think, to have to do this for anyone. You can do it while still thinking it's annoying.
Right.
If he left, that would be a major deal breaker.
Right. Some old people are like spilled coffee. Like, I guess I got to take care of this.
What?
Right. It's like the coffee's spilled. It happened. We got to clean it up.
Right. It's not like you're...
No one's happy the old woman got in the way of his day. Yeah.
Right.
Right. I'm more on his side than I thought I'd be.
Well, he's the hero.
He is a hero.
Okay,
Speaking honestly.
Yeah. All right, I'll do the next one.
All right.
Beloved Jay is currently listening to your episode with Case Kenny when he mentions out-of-town confidence, but I really need to swoop in and offer the phrase that my friends and I have been using for years, which is out-of-city body. Come on. The way it rolls off the tongue, it's fine. Out-of-city body is a total state of mind. It's why the group chat goes on vacation. It's the entire SNL Domingo skit. It's why someone who is about to move suddenly falls in love. It's the reason Hinge girls think they're interesting for traveling, and why old married couples need vacation to have reasonable sex. It's all the things Case said too, but just broke my heart to hear his worst coining of our better phrase. Please take it, share it, love it, be it. So red flag or deal breaker, I travel around 5 to 10 times per year, both for work and pleasure. I'm a 10 out of 10 lover girl when I'm home. My out-of-city body talks to strangers, dances in the rain, and stays out till 3 a.m., but my home body prioritizes self-care rituals, JOMO, and sleep sanctity. Would it feel to a partner like I need to be taken out of town to have a good time? Or best of both worlds kind of girl? I cherish your weekly discourse. XOXO, out-of-city booty batch.
What is a lover girl?
It's like a fuckboy?
No, it sounds like it's a hamper lady. Stays home. Because she says, so red flag or deal breaker, I travel around 5 to 10 times a year for both work and pleasure. I'm a 10 out of 10 lover girl when I'm home. And then she just says, my out-of-city body talks to strangers, dances in the rain, stays out till 3 a.m. But my home body prioritizes self-care rituals. What's JOMO? Did you just write a bunch of slang terms in one email?
This is like...
Joy of missing out. So it's like fear of missing out.
Okay.
FOMO.
Joy is like loving staying home. Yeah. Right. I think this is like a really good example of someone trying to create a unique personality trait out of something that's extremely basic. Thank you for writing in.
Well, I'm with you. Out-of-city body doesn't roll off the tongue. If anything, out-of-town confidence feels more like a normal thing to say.
Yeah.
I get what that is right away, out-of-city confidence. Or out-of-town confidence, I know what that means, that you're more confident out of town.
Out-of-city body sounds like you're like an alias when you leave.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds alien.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like what she's saying is that she likes to travel, but when she's home, she likes to relax. Is that a problem in dating?
Well, she likes to party when she travels, and she likes to not party when she's at home, which is...
Again.
Most people do these things.
Right.
It is a thing where noticing people do... It does, from the sound of her email, which I appreciate fully, it does...
It's one of us.
This is one of those things where if you notice something, it doesn't mean you're above it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, talk about the girls on Hinge. You talk about loving to travel, like it's a personality trait. It's like Yeah, that's what everyone does. But like, okay, I don't think you're better than those people because you noticed.
You're saying it.
Yeah,
right, how would you feel about dating someone who likes to travel but also likes to stay home?
I don't want to date someone.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I don't want to date someone who says this term. It's the. It broke my heart to hear his worst coining of our better phrase. I don't like that attitude.
Right.
Like this idea that like it doesn't have to be better or worse. It's like
this is what we call it.
This is what we call it.
Sure. Yeah.
Then you gotta like down him for a pretty normal out of town confidence. Like it's not even his. I think I've said that. I think we've all said that. I think you've just found a different name that works for your group and is fun for your group, which is very nice. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, this is the type of person I think if I went on a date with them, they're like, well, I'm funnier than you. And I'd be like, game over.
Right.
Like I was like, that's not who
they're
I'm
trying
gonna date.
to like,
I don't need to like fucking, get my shit together around you,
It feels like they're trying to like box themselves into like personality types of like, I do this when I'm there and I do this when I'm here. And like, what would someone think of that? It's like, you're just like a regular, nothing she's describing is so crazy to me.
Well, the only thing I kept thinking of is I once dated someone where all of a sudden they're these spurts of personality.
Okay.
Like they'd go from like normal person, then all of a sudden they're dancing on tables and you're like, where did this come from?
Okay.
So like I like to feel like you're consistent.
Okay.
Like
you don't want like a different version of someone?
On vacation, there's a different version of yourself, but it's still the same version. It's still the person I know.
It's a tweaked version of you. Right?
Yeah, it's like, and of course you do more on vacation because you're on vacation. You don't want to be in the hotel room the whole time.
Right, and you have free time.
Yeah. So you're doing things you would do. Like last weekend, 4th of July weekend, I had my friends stay with me in Delray. I did things in Delray that I wouldn't have done on my own. Like because I was on their vacation. They used my parents' bathroom.
It was crazy.
It was a wild weekend. But I'm saying like I only did that because they were there.
Okay.
Like there was a pizza place we went to. It's called Death by Pizza. Everyone talks about it. Everyone says it's amazing. I wasn't going to go on my own and get my own cheese pizza for one.
We found the one thing you wouldn't do alone.
That's it. One cheese pizza, please.
Just one.
2 forks? No, just one.
Why do you need a fork for pizza? It's that kind of pizza?
I was in the act out, Jordan.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I ruined it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a deal breaker that someone is different on vacation, but because I think most people are, but
I think the intensive ways she's trying to like define her situation to be extremely unique is more of the deal breaker to me than the actual.
We just talked about this, and she's got to crush his version to make her sound great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
yeah.
that's like an annoying thing. All right, let's do one more.
J&J, my sister got me into the podcast a few years ago, and I haven't missed an episode since. You both make me audibly laugh, and this is truly the only podcast I listen to. LOL, thank you.
Love it.
Anyways, first time I'm writing in with a red flag or deal breaker. I, 25 female, have been casually seeing a guy, 24 male, for a few months. We hang out about every 2 weeks, go on fun dates. He sleeps over, and I've always been super relaxed about it. I've even been clear before sex that if he's seeing anyone else, we should use protection. I'm very understanding and chill when this comes up every time, being like, I do not care if so. I just want to be safe, so there's no need to lie to me. To which he always overcompensates by assuring me I am the only person he's hooking up with and doesn't even have to see.
Have time.
He doesn't even have the time to see others. Last time we saw each other 3 weeks ago, he confessed he had real feelings for me. Said sweet things, even brought up a future. I told him I like him too, but I've kept a guard up since his actions don't match his words. The conversation was very lighthearted, and he agreed with me that although he is busy, he wants to make more time and effort to see me because I am the only person he's dating. But since then, nothing. No plans, no follow-through. Before this convo, I was happy keeping it casual. Now I feel confused and way more emotionally invested. I hate that I suddenly care, but I do. Is this a red flag or deal breaker? Is he hurt? Is he just full of shit? Do I end it now and protect myself or keep enjoying it for what it is? I deleted Hinge for Jared's summer challenge, so this is my only situation right now. Would love your take. Love, and is it casual now, Betch?
This email reads very 24-25.
Yes.
To me.
And I feel for her because it's, hearing it from her angle, like I've been this guy.
Right.
I've
been her.
I've been in the situation where like you like someone, you're hooking up. I think the condom kind of muddles this a little bit, and that's why I don't really like that as a device for checking in whether you're
for gauging commitment levels.
Right.
Yes.
I think using the condom for that,
which I've done before. I think
everyone's done it. Yeah. Condom. That means we're not. Mm-hmm. No condom. That means
it's like
we
a
are.
way to escape vulnerability. This whole conversation, everything in here is. She says like I was into casual, but then he said something about not being casual. And now I want more. It's like no, you wanted more the whole time.
Right, and he just put words to it. And before there was no failure because you thought he's never even thought of us as anything more.
Right.
And
so
now,
I'm cool.
So I'm cool. And now that he's mentioned that he has any awareness that there's something other than casual, now it's put you in a position to feel liked or dumped.
Right.
And I feel for her a little bit because that sucks. Like, but the idea that he is this just bag in the wind that never thought of them being more than what they are, that's just not true.
Neither has she, and also for her.
Right.
It's also not true. That's why it reads so young, because it's both people who are like, living under this like pretense of like, we're all kind of like, we're both so chill that we don't like care about anything. Like, do you want to use a condom? If you're sleeping with someone, I don't care. Just like, let me know. You don't have to lie to me. I don't care. I don't care. Just let me know for like protection. It's like, no, this conversation in like an older, vulnerable conversation is like, I'm starting to get feelings for you. And I'm wondering if we're exclusive, and like, if we're not exclusive, like, let me know, because like I still might want to be still hooking up with you because I still really like you, but also I want to be safe.
Right. It is. I mean, it's funny. Like we're talking about this, and like I hope she can understand that like she's done nothing. There's nothing wrong done here. You're doing what everyone has always done. Of
course.
Like the whole condom thing, and I'm happy we can speak to her normally. To say like, hey, the condom thing that's not a long game approach.
Right.
You'll meet people who got married who that's all they had to do, but that's not everyone's situation. Like the whole like using the condom to not have to talk, but you're actually talking, it's not going to work in the long run. But then,
well, why did he do this? Why did he
was
say all this nice shit?
Because
and then
he is aware that every guy is aware of the clock that's ticking. The clock on the casual clock.
Okay.
The casual clock exists.
Yes.
Where guys are more aware than women give them credit for.
Okay.
So you start hooking up and it's tick, 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 tick.
How long's the clock?
It's different for everyone, but every guy knows that clock is ticking.
Okay.
So we've been hooking up a while. Oh, it's fine. Oh, are we still seeing other people? Yeah, so wear a condom. So he's getting that, oh, okay, so it's on your mind. When you bring that up in the condom conversation, he's no dummy. He's as smart as you. Stop acting like the men you're talking to are not as emotionally intelligent as you are.
But why does
they
he?
are.
Why
they
does
know
he
what
just
they're
keep
doing.
playing dumb? Why would he do this thing where he
because
decides
he's
to
a nice
her?
guy. I think like he's not.
He confessed he had real feelings for me. I mean, I would need to know the context of this conversation.
I don't think he's nice guy. Maybe it's too much. He is a human being.
Okay.
Who doesn't want to make...
Is it nice to say sweet things, bring up a future, and say that you have real feelings for someone, and then make no plans and say nothing? Is that a nice guy thing to do?
That's not a nice guy thing to do, but it comes from a place of feeling guilty.
What, the disappearing?
Like, no, we've been hooking up with no plan here.
Okay.
And now I feel like I got to say something. I got to give you something.
Okay.
So he obviously felt this is going tick, 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 tick.
Okay.
The clock is running down on how long this can be casual. I need to make a decision.
Okay.
And saying this, in his mind, not a great thing to do to someone. He could have said nothing.
Right.
But I think a lot of people could have said nothing at many different times and they don't say nothing.
Okay.
So he says, I just want to let you know I really like you and this isn't just nothing to me. I'd like to make some changes. And then he gets away from it and he doesn't make those changes because he doesn't feel as guilty when you're not there. Yeah. Well, I think like this, the idea that this never happens, this happens all the time.
Right. It just seems mean. Like you're saying he's a nice guy. Like it actually seems like I think guys think this is a nice thing to do, but it's actually like much meaner than not saying anything. It's actually much more self-serving because you, in the moment when you have to look at them in the face,
right,
you feel like a hero and like the sweet, super nice guy. And then when you don't have to see the way like their eyes change when you like say something hurtful, or you don't text them, or you don't answer them, then like you're gone.
Listen, this is gonna sound bad.
Okay.
Can I sound bad for 2 seconds?
Yeah, that's what your job is here.
I know, that's my job. This is gonna sound bad. If you went to like an ice cream,
that should have been the title of your book.
This is gonna sound bad. If you went to an ice cream place,
okay,
and they were in your neighborhood,
okay,
and you came in, and you knew they give you a taste every time you come in. Okay,
yeah.
Jordana, welcome back. Oh, you gonna have something? And you're like, no, but I do want to try the new flavors you guys are doing.
Okay.
So you get a taste, and then you go, I'll be back. Isn't that what you say before you leave? You know, I'm not going to buy anything right now.
Sure.
But I'm going to come back.
Yeah. I'll be back next time.
I'm going to come back next time, and then I'm going to get something. That's kind of what he's doing. I think he's going, I know I should be, I'm getting this ice cream for free. I'm getting this with no boyfriend label. I'm getting this. All I got to do is wear a condom, and I get someone who fucks me.
Okay.
And she's cool with it. She says she's cool with it. And there's a point, if you kept coming back to the ice cream place, I promise next time, I'm just, you'll say, all of us do this, where we say something that we mean in that moment. Again, it is self-serving. I completely agree with you. And it is different because I'm comparing this woman to free ice cream. I'm comparing this woman's pussy to free ice cream
You're literally doing the like, why buy the cow if the milk's for free thing. In like,
I'm just saying, but again, yeah, why buy the cow if the milk's for free? But this is how the person talks when the milk is free.
Well, that's why people don't sleep with people.
Right.
And men are like,
listen, I'm not asking
that's not how I do things. Well, it's like, do you know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying she should sleep with this guy.
Yeah.
There might be a time for a change. I don't think this is like, I'm just giving the why is he saying this.
Right.
I think their humanity.
Well, that's why people feel used.
Of course. And when he could have just kept his mouth shut.
Right. That would have been more noble.
Right.
That would have been the nicer guy move, even though it doesn't make him feel like a nice guy.
Listen,
that's why this is actually a guy that's like the worst thing you could do, because he gets all the perks of this. He gets to feel like a nice guy.
Right.
It's like telling someone you're going to get them a big present and then not getting like,
right.
You get to tell them that they get the big present.
And he's got to see how happy they get.
Right. And then you don't actually have to, if you don't send anything, you don't have to see
Listen, his version is mean in the long run, but it comes from the same place as her doing the whole condom. You know, if you're going to wear the condom, that comes from the same place.
Hers, right, but hers is less like manipulative.
Sure, the ick, that's why the ick is less mean than the oof. I talk about it in my special. The ick, when you say a guy, that guy got the ick from that guy, it's not, you didn't have that after you had sex with him.
Right.
You had the ick that told you not to have sex with him. When you get the oof, it's, I've had sex with them and I know I don't want to be committed to them. I shouldn't have done that. That's way more mean.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they come from the same place.
Sure.
Of protection. She's like, I just want to make sure you're not sleeping with anyone else. I'm using the condom to get my way out of that. Get my way to that answer.
Right.
He's like, I like her, but I don't want to commit to her yet. But I know I have a sneaking suspicion she's going to want more. So let me say these nice things so that she doesn't ask me any questions.
And then never speak to her again.
Right. Well, that's, that's shitty.
Well, she says, is this a red flag or a deal breaker? Like, yeah, this is like a obvious. Like,
if I'm comparing you to free ice cream, then it's probably a deal breaker.
And I think what she should do is send a text to this guy. Hey, I felt really like hurt and kind of like disrespected that you said all those like really nice things about kind of wanting a larger commitment, and then you kind of disappeared.
Right.
It seems like we're not looking for the same things, and I really just didn't like how you acted after you said all those things, and really it didn't make me feel good. So maybe it's time we go our separate ways.
And I think this is like the learning of being 24 and 25 of like, there is a shelf life.
There's a confidence to saying that kind of thing. It's very hard to do.
Confidence, and there's a shelf life on every situation.
Right.
Very rarely do hookups stay hookups.
No.
In perpetuity.
One person always wants more. Or
reveals that more could be had.
Yes.
So, I think we solved dating again.
We did it. We'll be back on Friday.
Boom.
Bye.